Hey spooky family, and welcome to the 100 subscribers Q&A video. I apologize, my voice keeps going in and out. I'm still a little under the weather, so this is the only video I will be posting this week. I have so much to do, but I need to put my health first. So on that note, yes. However, I am so thankful for all of you guys. You guys are fantastic. I loved each and every question that you guys sent me. I think I got 17 in total, so we're just going to get to it because I don't know how long this voice is going to last. So Blur asked me, what would be your favorite way that you would kill someone? I don't think that's a wise thing to put on the internet. Like, I shouldn't answer that on the internet. I think, people would come at me with pitchforks or something. Zeke asked, have you ever watched a lot of Twilight Zone, and if so, what's your favorite episode? I absolutely love Twilight Zone. It is my favorite show, and I'm talking about the original, not the 1980s thing that they tried to revive, and yes, I am very well aware that they're trying to revive it again, and it pisses me off to no end, because it's like beating a dead horse. However, my two favorite episodes are Obsolete Man, which basically talks about today, how librarians are obsolete and all that stuff, and how humans become obsolete. Time Enough at Last, that is with Mr. Bemis, I think. He was the banker who loved to read, and his wife thought it was silly that he would read, and he survives the nuclear war, or blast, or whatever, and sits down to read, and then he breaks his glasses. And the talking teen adult sticks with me, but not so much like the other two. The other two just really stick out to me. Dice Rollin asks, what or who inspired you to start your channel? Actually, I went to horror conventions like 6 years ago, and I started talking with, small fry, special effects artists, horror models, filmmakers, and then also like the actors and actresses that were the guests there, and they started asking me if I had a YouTube channel, and at the time I didn't, and now I do, and I love doing it. So you can thank the horror conventions. Laura asks, what are the top 3 things you are afraid of? Number 1 is artificial intelligence. I will never get in a self-driving car. I will not do it. I feel like people who rely too much on artificial intelligence, it's just going to be the downfall of humans. I think it's not right. In small doses where we know we can control it and make jobs easier, physically demanding jobs, totally sure. But to do these self-driving cars and self-driving trucks, no. I mean, come on, people can freaking hack your Facebook. There's going to be somebody out there that's going to be smart enough and willing to, hack whatever network, and I don't care what CEO or whatever, this is the safest technology. There will always be someone out there trying to drag it down. Number 2 are people who are happy 100% of the time, Leave It to Beaver. Very classic sitcom-y. Not that there's anything wrong with being happy. Obviously, I wish happiness and success on everybody, but when you're perky all the time, it feels like you're just gonna snap and go psycho. And number 3, I would have to say, is worms. I don't know why, I just don't like worms. Lynn asks, what is your guilty pleasure Disney movie? I absolutely love Beauty and the Beast. Do you have a secret talent, and what is it? I used to sing. I don't really sing much anymore, but I used to sing pretty decently, and that I don't really talk about it much. What is one unique thing you are afraid of? Artificial intelligence. Everybody's welcoming it, and I look like the crazy nut job on top of a mountain in a tinfoil hat. But, it's some scary stuff. Lamont asks, what made you decide to create your YouTube channel and call it Desdemona Productions? To create it, spoke with people at conventions, like I said in the previous question. But Mercy Desdemona is my horror model name, and I just decided to name it Desdemona Productions because then anything that I do under Desdemona Productions will be affiliated with me, and it seems to be working out really, really good, really well. And also, like, first I had it under Mercy Desdemona, and then I switched it to Desdemona Productions because it's not just gonna be me in photo shoots, it's not just gonna be me in short films, it's gonna be my crew too. So, yeah, that's why. Athena asks, what's my favorite ice cream flavor? I'm not really a big fan of ice cream. I had to serve it a lot when I was a waitress. And they made us eat our mistakes. Or other people's mistakes. But if I had to choose, it would either be chocolate or chocolate cookie mint crumble. That's really good. Thirst asks me, how many cupcakes go into making of each video? You don't want to know. If I told you, you'd probably think I'm crazy and wonder why I'm not 900 pounds. He also asks, what point did you realize you were into horror? At a very young age. I think it was like 3, and I was in my grammar. That's what happens when you try to say grandparents and grandma together. Grammar. I was in my grandparents' kitchen, and I sang about moon, stars, and scaleskins, so at a very, very young age. And was it a specific book or film that got you interested in the genre? I honestly think it was the old black and white horror movies that would play on the small box TV that we had. I would just put TV on in the background while I was doodling and coloring, and I can't exactly pinpoint what movie, because I was very young, like 3 or 4 years old, and I've always been sort of interested in the psychology and spooks, like what's going on, what's going through their heads. I know a lot of Night of the Living Dead was played when I was growing up, and all those like 50s movies, like The Thing from the 50s, all that kind of stuff was playing, and it just reeled me in. Sarah says, what music do you like? I am a big metalhead. I fucking love metal, but I also like several different genres. I love classical if I'm painting. I like swing music. I like jazz music, ragtime. I like 80s new wave. I don't feel like you should just be a one genre kind of person. So yeah, I like quite a few, but metal is definitely my go-to. Donald asks me, are jump scares overrated? Fuck yes. They're definitely overrated. And they wouldn't be so bad if you didn't get the whole hint that they were coming with the music and the zoom in of the camera. They kind of killed the jump scare. Lucas says, who inspires you the most as a horror YouTube content creator? I really like people that are legit to themselves when they make channels, so I would have to say like Cinemassacre, It's Black Friday, that sort of, they are themselves when they get in front of the camera, and that's what I like. So I would hope that my channel is the same way. Like, you come, I'm just gonna be myself, and I'm gonna be talking about this stuff with you guys. So yeah. David asked me, what's my favorite movie and why is it? The Lost Boys. And it is my favorite movie because it has the right amount of horror and the right amount of comedy. I love the sarcastic grandpa. And it takes me back to when, my friends and I, we would just gather together and we would recite the movie. And, all those memories of good times, I think it was awesome. Let's see. Well, yep, we have reached the end of our questions. I hope you guys enjoyed this video, and I will see you next week with more content. you guys asked me to do a story time on my first photo shoot, so that will be up, and another Spooky Vault review will be up. I am absolutely sorry. I have the hiccups coming now all of a sudden. So, yeah. Tune in next time, guys. And I will see you guys next time. Bye.